could buy a dyno for 19 grand. The dyno that's sitting here is 100 grand. It's an eddy current load control. I can not only measure air fuel, boost sensor, I can also measure back pressure sensor, how many seconds are in the run, what your torque is and where your peak torque is. So there's all kinds of different dynos. But let's look at what we're going to talk about right now, real quick, is peak torque pressure, okay? Peak torque was 286. So where is 286? 282, 84, 86. Ooh, 3,800 RPM. So does anybody know what peak torque represents? No, it's just a number. Peak torque, remember, is the most load you're going to have on the motor. That means as many guys can jump on my back. That's going to be peak torque, as much load. So you got maximum load, 286 at 3,800 RPM. Okay, so it's 3,800 RPM, it's 286, it's 38, 13.3 air fuel ratio at 15.8 pounds of boost. Does anybody in this room think that's acceptable? So the number, although a number, is not a real number. Okay? So this car is in badly need of tune. Look at it at the end. Oh, as it gets richer, what happens? As it becomes richer and richer and richer, yes, there are certain efficiencies of the wastegate and, of course, the efficiencies of the turbo. But still, look what it's down to 10 pounds of boost. You're down to almost 10-0 fuel ratio, which is the least that my dyno can measure. So it's probably below 10-0 if it's at 10-0, right? Look what you're down in boost. 9 pounds of boost. So the motor essentially went to sleep. So you're running dead lean on the bottom and dead rich up on top. Terrible. Okay? What you need to do is, just like we have on this gentleman's, is nice and linear across the board. That's a healthy car. That's a car that can run 11.6, 11.8 air fuel ratios. Here in the East Coast, in the Northeast in specific, we have really, really good gas in the Northeast. Especially companies like Amoco and Sunoco, BP. Excellent gas. In fact, it's cut with 10% ethanol. So you get the 93, you can really lean on your stuff. So, yes, a big number, but not a safe number. So really, you should.
So it should be a stock. That's a stock too. That's
I'm sure, and I'm sure it is a stock tune. But no car, no person, no anything is perfect. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to remember, they're putting out how many of these? And what'd you say? Was it a California car?
Yeah.
They do anything to get this car past emissions. You think they're running up on the engine dyno over in California 7 grand? I don't think so. I think they're just seeing if it could just drive around, putt around, you know, town, go into boost a couple of times, you know, whatever that carb certification is. And yeah, look at you. Gee, look at you. 12.4, yeah, you're going to pass. Okay, but then soon it's going to run really bad. So just want to let you know, like when something like that happens, when you get something that all of a sudden is doing something different than 14 other cars, right, best go back and check that one car. And that's what we found. So we actually learned something that all of a sudden is doing something